All right, guys. Today we're going to be reacting to Andrew Wilson confronts the lewd amount of women on the harsh reality of hypergamy. Let's jump in.
Yeah, this is a good point that is brought in that women essentially demand based on sexual selection that men be high status.
Ugh.
I'll tell you what, though, you can prove me wrong, right? The dating prospects that you're going to have in the future, lower or higher status men?
Ideally, same or somebody who matches me where I'm weak.
Yeah, based on your history, the men that you've dated have been equally yoked to you or they have been higher status?
I would say equal.
Equal.
Yeah, I would say
And have you ever dated a prominent Twitch or YouTube streamer?
no,
Never?
no,
Not even once?
not even. I disappeared off the internet for like 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
Like,
Wow.
So what'd your last boyfriend do?
Wow, because we care so much, right? We care so much that you disappeared 3 to 4 years. Like, this is the problem, folks. They really think that the world really care too much about these people. That's why a teenager, you have to really control their egos. Put them in martial arts or places where their exposure really will control their ego. Music performance, stuff like that, where they're vulnerable, right? And they can experience the moment of exposure to their ego. But this is stupid teenager stuff.
my last boyfriend was a philosophy student.
Okay.
I was in college.
Okay. So in the future, you'd want somebody who's equal to you. Not going to be taller, not going to be stronger.
No, equal or I would say equal or higher.
Hypergamy, there you go.
But it's just weird because I don't really view relationships in terms of higher or lower. I usually view as who's going to help. It sounds so weird. So I want to have children in the future. I want to have 3 children. And I want somebody who's ideally good at the things I'm not good at, you know? Because I want to be able to raise my children like equally.
What are those?
So for example, I suck at cooking. I'm really bad at cooking.
You want your man to cook?
Yes, I would be the happiest woman alive if my
Wow,
man.
look at that. That's a recipe for the disaster. Already. She's literally putting down the things that she really don't like about a man. I can guarantee you that she's not attracted to that. She's not attracted.
Knows how to cook.
So you want a stay-at-home dad?
No, not completely. So he would take over probably cooking. I would probably take over more cleaning to even things out. We don't have to make the same exact salary. I could make some more, or he could make some more. But then I expect that to be reflected in the amount of like home labor that we take over.
Wow.
So if he's making more, I would do more home labor. And if I'm making more, I would expect him to do more home labor.
Okay, that's fair. So now let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and lie as much as you want.
Yep.
I'm almost, in fact, I will bet you the milkshake that you lie to me right now. I will bet you a milkshake that you lie. Do you think that most women prefer to have men who have a higher status than them, or they want it to be about equal?
No, they want equal or higher. I think they prefer higher. And I think the reason for this goes back to basically
Social conditioning, right?
not just social conditioning, but I guess maybe this is a form of social conditioning, labor in the household. So right now, the problem that you have for a lot of women is that they're making either the same as their guy, or in the scenarios where they're sometimes even making more, but they're taking basically all of the household labor. So it's like, fuck. Like, let's say we're both, let's say I'm in a relationship with somebody and we're making the same. But now at home, I am doing all the cooking, all the cleaning, I'm taking care of the children. Well, fuck, now I'm doing basically twice the labor that you are. I'm doing the labor in the home and I'm doing the labor outside the home.
It seems like it would be preferable to have like a man who could just hire all that out.
I think for a lot of women, yeah. I think for most people,
So higher status.
well, yes. But the
And
point
is
that
that
I'm
based
trying...
on social conditioning, or is it just based on the fact that they want men to be able to provide the life they want?
Yeah, sure, provision. But I also think there's a lot of women out there who's not going to essentially go for a guy just because he has a lot of money. If they genuinely love a guy, then they don't need the guy to be like
That's woman
freaking
prattle.
rich Mr. McKee.
That's literally woman prattle. I mean, hypergamy works in the female's advantage. And it should. You don't want your daughter to be marrying a bum. And when they marry a bum, it's almost a disaster. Have you guys going to North Carolina? Some of these streets? Some of these females just hanging out with their bums? Husband or boyfriend, whatever. You don't want your daughter to be like that. But that hypergamy has to be a little bit controlled, disciplined. You want your daughter to marry a guy that can provide for the family. A responsible man, a genuine man, a high moral man. That's hypergamy. Yeah, it's good. But this lady right here doesn't want to admit it. Because that means that her entire perspective of the world will just crumble right here.
Money pants. They just need the guy to be able to carry their weight.
Yeah, but the social status that you're talking about, if you want to be desired by women, the higher your social status is, the higher you're usually desired by women, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, then if that's the case,
lot of
then this
women.
commenter, when he says, okay, and by the way, you do owe me the burger, but I don't owe you the milkshake, because I feel like you were actually honest there. Then the commenter is correct that men have every incentive to climb the hierarchy because of female expectation that they do climb the hierarchy. How would that be patriarchal? Based on status? If the status is demanded by women, wouldn't women be imposing a matriarchy then?
No, because I'm saying that women can demand whatever.
Women.
They can demand whatever from their partner. One, it doesn't mean that the men are actually meeting that expectation. And then two, women themselves are not reaching that status. I'm talking about individually. Am I at the same level status as this other guy? I'm not saying like what I demand of my partner or demand of the other person. I'm saying like from my merits alone, can I reach that status?
Yeah, but men don't give a shit if you're a Starbucks barista and you're hot. But women,
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
100%. 100%, lady. You're saying not true, but you don't understand, man. 100%. 100%. As long as you're very clean, you have wifey, wife skills. You can take care of yourself. You can take care of a lot of things at home while I'm outside. Your manners are right put together. You're a winner. Winner. Barista, that's fine. I mean that you can take care of yourself. That's fine, but we can somehow mitigate that with the income that I'm earning.
Oh, beauty. Don't get me wrong. I think. Okay.
Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out in 5 seconds.
Okay.
Really, really, really fucking ugly rich chick. Really, really hot Starbucks barista. 35-year-old guy. Go.
Yeah, there you go.
I think a lot of guys, especially like nowadays, would be gigolos, 100%.
Now you definitely owe me the milkshake. Definitely owe me the milkshake. Lying through your teeth.
I'm
Who
not
would they
lying through my
take? Come
teeth.
on.
I
They're going to
think-
take the fucking really heinous, ugly millionaire over the barista who's hot? Really?
Yeah, dude. I think they would 100%.
Wow.
And they cheat on her too. They cheat on her.
Triangle.
I think what is it?
Wow, the dishonesty. At this point, the rest of the debate is just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because logic is not the objective of this debate. After the debate doesn't really matter.
Well, whatever. Even if we disagree.
No, I don't think we disagree. So let's try this again. I just want to make sure that I'm crystal clear on this because you're saying it publicly on a massive platform. So I want to make sure I can clip this 1,000 times and distribute it everywhere. And I'm going to. You think that if a man, an average 35-year-old Joe, had the option, right, of being in a monogamous relationship with a hideous, ugly, unattractive as fuck millionaire chick or a really fucking hot 24-year-old barista, they would take the really hideous millionaire.
I don't think they would be monogamous. I think they cheat on her.
Okay,
That's
but
crazy.
They don't want you to cheat, so
Yeah.
so
that
because
doesn't
of that,
matter.
you
I
don't
think
get
still do
you don't
it.
get the millionaire, right?
I
But
think what is it? They would 100% cheat on her.
I don't think that's the question, though.
that's not the
Okay.
question.
I think most guys would
You see,
fuck the 24-year-old.
You see how she's literally deviating to not to answer. He's talking about these two female and choosing one female, and she goes straight. I don't think they would just cheat on them. Nothing to do with the question.
I don't think that's the question, though.
That's not the
Okay.
question.
I
You don't
think you'd
get
still do
you don't
it.
get the millionaire, right?
I
But-
think what is it? They would 100% cheat on her.
I don't think that's.
Yeah. They're so smart, so stupid at the same time. They're so smart and stupid because they cannot even listen. They don't even have the skill of listening. He's talking about would you choose the ugliest millionaire female or the most pretty barista or a very pretty barista, and she's saying like they will still cheat on them. What does that have to do with the question? What that has to do with the question? Helping me or help me here, folks. Help me here. This is why debating with people like this it's just a waste of time because what they do is some of these are what they're doing is just trying to hold the boat, and that way the message of the manosphere doesn't really go further. If you have people like this trying to even deviate what the conversation is all about, our message is not going to go anywhere. At this point, when it comes down to the manosphere, right, I think it's all about bringing out politicians. We have to write books. We have to incorporate the culture, and that's how we do it. We write books. We have composers making music about masculinity, movies about the hero's journey. We have to incorporate a lot of this stuff. Having debates with feminists that think that the answer is so far away from the question is relevant, it's just a complete waste of time, in my opinion.
That's the question, though.
That's not the
Okay.
question.
I think most guys would fuck the 24-year-old chick.
No, which one would they want?
I don't know. I want
You
to
don't
say.
know,
I
yeah.
know. I want to say the millionaire. I do. I think. What is it? It's Kat being like, oh no, they won't cheat on them. I think they will.
Fine.
I also think. What
They'll
is
take
it?
the fucking millionaire over the beautiful woman. I get it. They care that much about status.
No, I think. What is it? It's just. It's more about the stuff they can buy than the status and stuff. Whatever.
Do you think that it's?
Wait, can I-
Do you think that? Yeah, you can ask whatever you want. I just have one quick
Okay.
follow up, right? How is it possible for me to debate with somebody who's delusional?
There we go.
Like,
there
how-
we
how
go.
You
can I
think
make-
I'm delusional?
Super
How can I
delusional.
craft a coherent argument if we can't agree on the basics?
Average Joe donated $100. I'll take the broke hottie
of
and an
course.
Americano.
Of course. Who wouldn't take that?
I could
Who
do a
wouldn't take the
poll.
broke hottie?
Should I do a poll in the chat?
Didn't
Yeah,
you
ask 'em.
mention? I'm pretty sure there was one time. where
Ask
we
him,
were,
wicked fucking witch of the West who's a millionaire
So-
with a hump on her back and she's gross as
Okay,
shit.
if she's the grossest person alive.
No, not the
maybe
grossest
not.
alive. She's just really ugly.
Yeah, I think.
So what's the poll question? Which would you pick?
Really ugly chick?
No,
or
but I know the two differences. But which would you pick? Which would you date? Which would you
pick for a monogamous relationship?
which would
date?
you date? How about that?
How about
Keep
marry?
it simple.
Which one would you marry?
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
which,
that's fine,
Which
too.
would you date / marry?
They're all
How
gonna
about
say the
that?
hot one.
So
Exactly.
but you know they.
Well, exactly. But you're saying some weird stuff, right? Because you're giving that answer based on your own hypergamy. She would, folks. This is crazy. She's saying that question because that's the person that she would choose. The ugly ass guy, there's a millionaire, than the barista beautiful guy. That's her, literally projecting. That's why it doesn't make any sense because she would choose the millionaire ugly guy because in order for you to be ugly, but millionaire, that means that you have a lot of confidence. That means that you have a lot of confidence and you went through a lot of struggle. And your barista guy, that's beautiful, you haven't gone through a lot of struggle. So females are not really, they're basically not attracted to that.
Secretly, though, all of them
Ugly.
secretly
No.
want the millionaire, right?
I think what
so
would happen
wait,
is
is
they
it
pick the
ugly
millionaire and
fat
cheat on
rich
her.
woman? Ugly fat rich woman versus ugly fat old rich woman.
Yeah.
Versus
Young,
Okay.
hot Starbucks
They
barista.
would
Ugly.
take advantage of her wealth and then sleep with whatever young woman they want. That's what I think
Yeah,
would
but if they
happen.
could choose one.
Yeah, what is it? I don't think.
Yeah, but if they could
Yeah,
choose one.
you're saying if
so
just
without
for
changing the
banging,
question, if they could choose one.
they would bang. If they had to pick one to bang, it would be the 24-year-old chick.
No, if they had to pick
This
one
is
to
a
be
date
with.
to marry. Date to marry.
To live their entire life, maybe I'm too female-brained or whatever. I would find it very hard.
See, it's projection.
For so many men to just be like, no, like I actually would pick the 24-year-old barista.
They would.
But Anyways,
And I'm not saying, I don't want you to be confused by this. I don't want you to think that I'm saying 51% would. I don't want you to be confused and think that I'm saying 60%
you're saying
would.
like 99.
I want you to understand that it would be 90+% of men who would pick the young, hot Starbucks barista. And I would like to know from your worldview why you think that is, other than because you
It's a
would
female
value
projection.
the status of the millionaire.
I
Pull us
think
up.
guys like to think of themselves as, oh, and I shouldn't say guys in general because it's not in general. I think there's a subsection of men who like to view themselves as, you know, valiant, like, oh, I'll protect her, I'll take care of her, blah, blah, blah.
No, they
like,
wanna
that's
fuck her.
why,
They wanna fuck
or,
her.
You know, yeah, I just want to fuck, whatever.
No, do you know why they want to fuck young, hot women? Do you know why
You're
they
going
do?
to say because of the reproductive
Yeah,
value.
what
Yeah.
else would it be?
Yeah. I think
Even her knows that she knows the truth, but she wants to be so right. Sign language. Sign language. Sign language. This is what we had to say. We don't care about your opinion. This is Andrew Wilson had to say, I don't care what you think at this point. It's what we want. It's not what you want. At this point, that's it.
right now,
If the primary
especially
edict
as our,
is to breed, like what else would it be?
okay, do you think looks is all that matters?
No, of course not.
What else?
Well, I think it's situational. So
What do
I
you mean by
think,
that? Yeah,
well, so
sorry.
I think that it's conditional upon the situation of man, that some things could change when it comes to that. But I would always say this, that primarily attraction does have to be there. And attraction not only does have to be there, but it has to be there long term. Both people have to be
Yeah, you have to take care of yourself. That's what he's saying.
attracted to each other or it won't work. You can't falsify attraction. So, yeah, attraction is still going to be the number one edict.
Do you think there are factors for men that influence attraction outside of physical appearance?
Yes, but not nearly as much. So it's overwhelmingly going to be this one category first. You couldn't have umbrella trains from it, right? But the thing is that I want to, for the rest of my life, want to be attracted to my wife.
Yep.
Why
Good
do
point.
these
Good
other
point.
factors influence?
Oh, for a variety of reasons, because men have external preferences to just singular things.
No, but I'm saying okay. When it comes to physical attraction, there is a basis, right? You're saying reproductive value. Is it fair?
That's why you value youth, yeah.
Yes. Is it fair to say that other factors are also influenced by reproductive value, like basically outside of beauty?
Ulysses the Pagan donated $100. I would marry the hot barista and then steal her tips. See, I can force in outliners too, Pxie.
Anyway,
Speaking of which, really quickly, we do have the poll results in. There's they're still coming in, but there's over 900 votes. Which would you date, marry? It's 93% hot 25-year-old minimum wage woman versus, it just shifted to 92. 8% say the ugly, fat 35-year-old rich woman.
Yeah.
Which might be females. Which might be females. Because think about it. The reason this pixie girls, it's not making sense in her brain is because she's saying like, why? I feel attracted to the ugly guy that is a millionaire. Of course you're attracted because that guy symbolize confidence plus success and resources. You're attracted to that, not guys. We're not attracted to that. And that's why currently it's not making sense. That's why you're still thinking like a little girl and not like a woman. When you start thinking like a woman, this will make sense to you. Make sure you like to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.